Welcome back, everyone. It is the day you have all been waiting for, and I have especially been waiting for. Today I have a package from Tarantula Canada here. It is a mystery box. The total value in the box is roughly $325. That does include shipping and taxes, as well as an add-on that I chose to add on myself, separate from the mystery box. But with that in mind, just wanted to let you know a rough price difference after taxes and shipping and my own purchase. I believe the total cost of the mystery box, based on their website pricing, which is before taxes, will be roughly $250. I'll be keeping track of the value of each of the animals I pull out, as well as a name for each of the animals as I pull them out. This will be a kind of 2.5 part section or 2.5 part video, all in one video, of course, but it'll be 2.5 parts cut up a little bit. So part one, just talking about mystery boxes in general, very briefly, very quickly, as well as about Tarantula Canada and the process around mystery boxes. Part two will be actually opening up the box to check everything out, to make sure it's all good, and see what we got inside. And then part three is actually housing. I actually do have some housing set aside already, which brings me to mystery boxes and my thoughts on them. So if you're planning on getting a mystery box, and first things first, I will specify this: Tarantula Canada does not have these listed on their website for a reason. They don't believe in mystery boxes. I had to try and convince them to do something like this for me. Thankfully, they were very accommodating with it, but I have done a lot of orders with them in the past, and I think that's part of the reason I was able to get away with this. And for those of you guys who obviously my channel, you know I have quite a bit of experience with a multitude of species and genuses, and I think that's part of the reason why the mystery box was allowed. They know that I have a lot of experience with different genuses, with different species, and because of that, I think they felt pretty comfortable sending me some of this stuff. I don't know what's in the box, but I do want to mention a few quick things on the process to get the box and why I love Tarantula Canada and what they're doing and their stance on mystery boxes and kind of their protocol around it. They have done a couple of these in the past on special requests to special buyers, but at the same time, they still sent me out a list of questions I went over first. And in those list of questions, I basically went through about 6 or 7 questions, varying from, are there any species you don't want? Are you comfortable with, or are you looking for docile or aggressive or skittish species? Are you looking for New World or Old World? Are you looking for species you already own? And if so, like, we can pull up a list of your past purchases and then kind of go from there. Or if not, and you want to get something different, we can do the same thing. At the end of the day, I wanted this to be a pretty generic mystery box, so I didn't know anything going into it. I'm comfortable with skittish species, aggressive species, and docile species. I'm also comfortable with tarantulas of all sizes. That was another question they asked, was do you prefer size, spiderlings to adults? Again, I have no preference there, so it's all good. And a number of other questions, like I said before, but basically a huge questionnaire that let me kind of adjust into what I was going to get. I did have one request, however, and that was that I didn't get any centipedes because I'm not comfortable with centipedes. I haven't really worked with them in the past. And if I was going to get a centipede, it should not be from a mystery box. It should be something I should be doing as a planned animal. Outside of that, that's my biggest thing. If you're looking to get a mystery box, I do personally have 2 requirements I think you guys should really follow. First of all, you have experience with a number of different genuses already. If you're only working with, say, Brachypelma or Grammostola, and you want to get a mystery box, probably not the greatest idea, especially if the company you're getting it from does not have a specific list of questions to go through to make sure that you're getting the animal that you're most comfortable with. And the second requirement I have is make sure to set up everything in advance. In fact, give me 1 second and I will show you what I did. All right, so I'm not gonna pull them all out because I did a ton of boxes. I wasn't sure how many I was gonna get. I did tell them to send me less than 20. I'm assuming they are all good with that. But I have 16 of these little enclosures made up, 12 of these enclosures made up. These are gonna be for like 1/2-inch slings. I actually made them up differently for each one, so no 2 are really the same. For example, this one is more of a terrestrial species, whereas this one's more of a fossorial species. I've got a little pre-made tunnel dug out for it. Some of them have leaves, some of them don't. They all do have some moss, but it ranges in how much is in each of them. I'm hoping my camera's focusing. I know I did a video yesterday that didn't turn out too well. Hopefully this is better. I'm using a different lens this time, as well as a few different settings. So I set up 12 of those guys. I have 6 of these guys set up. This is, again, I did them all different. This is not a much bigger. It's a bigger version of this one. This is more for like the 1-inch slings. This is more for like the 1/2 inch. So I do have multiple options. And again, different ways of setting up. And for the arboreals, I have a few of these set up as well, which of course are beta tanks converted into tarantula tanks. I will do a separate video on how to make a beta tank into a tarantula tank in the future, but I don't know if you watched the video yesterday, I used mesh. I did end up changing it out. I actually took the lid off of some of those small cricket containers that house like the pinheads and the like 1 week and 2 weeks, and put it right on top there. Instead of mesh, it's now plastic, which I feel a lot more comfortable with, and don't have to worry about any escapees. So now that I've got through all that stuff, I guess it's time to get into this. I'm gonna put these off to the side because I don't plan on housing yet. I will house them all after I've taken them out of the box and made sure they're all safe. With that in mind, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about, so let's dig in. I do have 2 cameras set up here right now. I will bring this one down and we will get this one off to the side here focused as well, and we'll kind of switch views every once in a while. I do also have some extra water cups here that I'll be using for some of the larger slings, and some bottle caps off to the side that I'll be using for smaller slings as water dishes. So with that in mind, let's dive down and check out what we got in the mystery box. All right, we are now live. Let's check this out. I'm gonna be unboxing it from this angle right here. I have the camera obviously right up here, and let's hope we can get a good view here. I'm just looking for the best way to open it. Looks like right up here. Now I did order something in addition to the mystery box, which is why that value is $250. So total price on here was $325, including shipping and taxes, and one other addition to the mystery box, which is something I have wanted for quite some time, and finally was able to get one. So I am expecting a Latrodectus hesperus, which is the northern black widow, which again is something I have wanted for quite a while and just never got the chance to pick one up until now. Figured I'd add it into the shipment and yeah, just kind of go from there. So let's take this off. There's the box right there. Cut in there gently. There we go. All right, I'm gonna tear this guy off. I did black out their address as well as mine for obvious reasons, privacy reasons, but here we go. Here it's all packed up with some newspaper very nicely. We're gonna start taking this out as slow as possible, just in case anything gets wrapped in there, or if there are an escapee, which I don't plan on there being. We now know that we're all set. All right, there's a lot in here. So let's start with this guy. We do have a Brachypelma albopilosum. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus here. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Okay, let's do this. And unfortunately this lens isn't the greatest at focusing, but anyways, that's Brachypelma albopilosum, and that is the species Nicaraguan form, and that actually looks a lot better on that camera, ironically. So we have that guy. We have got, let's see, let's go with this guy next. Heteroscodra maculata. I've had those before, and they are fun. HMAC. All right, so we got that guy. We have another Brachypelma albopilosum, this time the hobby form or traditional Brachypelma albopilosum. Again, awesome little docile Brachypelma there. Let me see if this camera's back in focus yet. Okay, it kind of appears like it is, sort of. All right, hopefully that works. Moving on next. Man, there's so much in here that I'm so excited for. I cannot wait. Okay, I'm gonna mess up this name. This is one of the ones I actually haven't kept before, but I actually really wanted. This is a Philippinus, the O Philippinus. Oh man. I'm gonna bring it up actually on their website real quick to cheat, because I'm blanking on the pronunciation. Give me 1 second here. Okay, Orphnacus philippinus, hopefully that's how I pronounce it. One I actually really wanted, and I'm super excited about that guy. Next up, another one of these guys. I actually just got one of these. This is a Vehovis Confucius, and hopefully you guys can see that as I took my webcam down for a second to check that name. All right, let's try that again just to make sure we got it. Vehovis Confucius, which is a scorpion. The Chihuahua devil scorpion, I think is what the common name is. I don't use common names very often, so I do apologize. H. Giovanna. I think that might be another scorpion. I'm going to double check that. Or Havana. Heteropoda Giovanna. That's one. I think that's a crab spider, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of looks like one. Could be wrong, but super excited about that one. Next up, we have C. parvum. And I'm gonna look this one up as well. This is another one I'm not super familiar with. Let's see. I think it's, okay, Katamiri parvum, which is another one I was actually looking for. I should have known that, but for some reason I did not. Let me just switch back to webcam here real quick. And C. parvum. All right, so far we are up to 3, 6, 7 total. There's a couple bigger ones in here I'm kind of saving. Oh, it's one of my favorites. You guys remember Paladin? Well, Paladin now has a princess. If this is a female, and if Paladin is a male, which I don't know yet. Phormictopus cancerides, one of my favorite all-time spiders. Honestly, super happy with that one. It's just one of the best spiders in my opinion for semi-aggressive. Oh, what is this one? I'm gonna have to look this one up too. This is an E, and I can't entirely see the writing on there, so let's look that one up. It might be an Ephobophus species, but I'll double check that. All right, is that? It is, okay, so this is another one I was hoping for. This is a Eupolystratus. I'm mispronouncing that. Eupolastris Weisenbergi, or Weisenbergi. Again, one I really wanted because of how hard it was pronounced, and it is just as hard now that I've seen it in person. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I believe this is an Aphonopelma species. Let's double check that. It is Aphonopelma iodeus, which is that one right there. Again, another one I was really hoping for. So this has been like the dream opening. And of course, all the ones I got, like I'm super excited for, guys. Don't get me wrong, it's just I'm extra excited because there's some stuff here that I was kind of hoping I might get, but wasn't really expecting to. Oh, here we go. I've had these guys before. Let me just make sure that is what I think it is. All right, where are you? Yep. Taponocinius violeus. That is that guy right there. That is definitely one I wanted. It's a pretty small one. If it's the same one on their website, it's a 1/3 of an inch. So I might have to leave it in a vial here instead of one of those mini enclosures just for a molt or two. In here it is. All right. I don't know if I can see it in here. It's only a 1/4 of an inch, so it's gonna be tough to find. The good news is it's not on the ground, so it is definitely still alive. Just not sure. Oh, I see it. I see it. Latrodectus hesperus. Again, one I was super excited about. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. It is right on the side wall there. It's gonna stay in here for a little bit until it gets a little bigger. We'll see if it's a male or a female, but time will have to tell on that one. And last but not least, oh no way. This has got to be worth, like, I can't even imagine. There's something else in there. Nope. So, in addition to all those guys, They sent me a Theraphosa sturmey, something else I really, really wanted, but honestly was not expecting that given how much other stuff they gave me. Yeah, guys, like this is the dream unboxing right now. All these are on my lists. In fact, to be honest, their entire website's on my list, so can't complain at all. And that's why I did the mystery box, was because there was nothing on their website that I wasn't interested in. All of these are amazing. We have a really good mix of some old world and some new world stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let's move on to housing all these guys.